Yes, really excited to be here with you guys. We're huge fans of MakerFlo and everything that John and Mark do. So I'm really excited to just briefly chat with you guys. So a little bit about, us and our business. My husband and I own Homebound Custom Decor, and we're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. So if you guys are in the area, we'd, love to meet with you or have you. We started lasering about 5 years ago. So in 2020, like so many people, we bought, a glow forge and we thought, let's try out this whole laser thing. And it just started to exponentially grow very quickly. We were on the ground, bootstrapping our marketing strategies and kind of learning as we go. But that home operation has now evolved into a warehouse operation. We have 8 lasers and 2 UV printers. So we've had a lot of growth, over the last 5 years. We ship all over the country. We have a lot of B2B clients, and that's kind of our focus now as we're kind of shifting away from individual orders and trying to focus a little bit more on B2B. We have a website where we drive all of our traffic through, using social media. So that's a little bit about, our business. We have been using MakerFlo crafts for, gosh, probably like at least 2 years for sure. And they are, always some of our top sellers. So I'll dive into that in a little bit. But uh, should I just keep going through the list, Sam? Okay. So in terms of why did I start crafting, we did not mean to get into this. So I am an attorney. My husband is in sales. We were minding our business and, doing our day jobs. And my husband made a stack of books that were stamped. So you take the bind off the book and you stamp, phrases and things like that on the side. And I thought, wow, this is pretty nice. Let me see if someone would buy it. So I put it up on Facebook Marketplace and said, "Hey, we're selling these books if anyone wants them." Before we knew it, we had 50 orders the first week, and we were meeting people at our local Whole Foods. They were picking up their orders there, and we just kind of started this business very like not on purpose, but it showed us, kind of the potential of what people are willing to pay for something that is personalized and made for them. So we did books for about a year, and then in 2020 we decided to add a laser. So never in our dreams did we think that this would end up like we would end up here, but that's just the beauty of this community and this industry. So to touch a little bit on finding success with MakerFlow products. So we do a lot of mentoring. We have a Facebook community of over 13,000 makers who, look to us for guidance and mentorship. And one of the things that we always like to show them is, how can you use this product for your maximum like profit potential? Because at the end of the day, that's what most people are using these products for, right? To support their business. So we have a couple of like a 4 point checklist is what I like to call it. And before we bring a new product in. And so we always say if that product can't meet these 4 points, then you should maybe reconsider adding it to your business, or at least that's what we do for us. So the 4 point checklist for us is one, is this item easily engravable or printable? Meaning, is it something where I don't have to do a ton to it? I don't have to paint it or cut it or assemble it. It's coming to me as a blank. I can add the personalization, whether that's through engraving or printing, and then it's out, out the door. So easy in, easy out is our motto there. It should be something that we're not spending tons of time on because, again, that raises our profit potential. It should be something that is easily sourceable. So I don't want to have to sit there and find a bunch of different sources or collect, from multiple vendors, this one product I'm trying to sell. I should be able to go to a website like MakerFlo, and I know exactly what they have and that, that they're going to be in stock. I can count on them for consistent quality, and I just do click, click, and it shows up at my door. So I never have sourcing problems. And that way my customers can always depend on me for consistency as well. The third item is it needs to meet our ideal profit margin. So for us, that's a 4 to 6x. So for example, if I'm buying a $6 passport holder from MakerFlo, I need to be able to charge at least $24 for that product. That 4 to 6x profit margin really helps us kind of build in all of our time and labor and, equipment depreciation and everything that you would think of as a business, but also leaves us with a very healthy profit margin in case we need to start discounting it for bulk orders or fundraisers or charitable things. So the product has to be within that profit margin, otherwise it just doesn't make sense for our flow. And then fourth, does the product meet my normal criteria for being kind of a evergreen product? So trends are great, holidays are great, but unfortunately those are not year round. So we need products that are evergreen. And by having evergreen products, you can always support those big gifting occasions. So those are going to be weddings, bridal showers, bachelorettes, housewarmings, anniversaries. Those kind of events are happening year round. So if you have good products that can support those gifting occasions, then you will have consistent sales throughout the year, if that makes sense. And feel free to throw any questions. I feel like I'm just kind of spewing out like a bunch of information, but and then kind of translating that as an affiliate, I think is really important because I have found the greatest success when I am promoting a product, no matter if it's MakerFlo or if it's equipment or anything, is showing your followers that return on investment. Why should they click that MakerFlo link and purchase, the new laserette line? It's because you want to show them, hey, I bought this for $5. I'm selling it for $24. I made $19 and it only took me 3 minutes to engrave on X machine. They can now start to visualize and comprehend exactly what that means for them as a business. And now they're more likely to support you and click your links, because not only are you giving them kind of a roadmap or blueprint for how to make money with that product, but you are also giving them more value, so they're more likely to then in turn support you, instead of just saying, hey, I really liked this marble board, you should buy it too. That doesn't really get me to want to click or support you unless you're giving me some value back as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
No, those were all excellent points. I did see some comments coming in. I know Alex said that this is incredibly useful. Thank you so much. Nudie
Awesome.
said the same thing. Amazing info.
Yeah, thank you guys.
If anybody else has questions for Sumita, she will be here for hopefully the rest of the meeting. If not, definitely a little longer. So if you have questions, just drop them in the comments. I'm sure she's happy to help out. But guys, let's have. Oh, we got one question coming in. Do you offer the full line of colors or do you limit your offerings?
That's a good question, Josh. We limit our offerings, but if we have a corporate order, we will use the sell sheet and show them what capabilities we have or what the options are, but we don't do that on our website. On our website, we only offer a maximum of 4 to 5 options, because there is such a thing as buyer's fatigue. So if a customer comes to your website and, they get very overwhelmed, they're more than likely to just, navigate off and not actually make a decision. So to try to get them to more impulsively make a decision, we offer less options.
That's a great point. Buyer's fatigue is real. If you guys want more info too, John just put in the chat a link to actually one that Sumita wrote, where she gets a little bit more in detail about this too. So that's definitely super helpful. But everybody, let's have a round of applause for Sumita. Thank you so much.
Thank you
You're
guys.
amazing. We appreciate you sharing with us.
Of course.